everybody. So today we're going to try Vallejo West Coast Style Double IPA from Arvon Brewing Company. This is 8% ABV Double India Pale Ale with Citra, Mosaic, and Chinook hops. Funny thing about that, the next homebrew I want to do is using Chinook hops. I like Chinook hops. They're a little spicy, bring a little citrus, and I think they would go good with Citra. There's not a tag on here, so I'm not sure how much I paid for it. Let's go ahead and get it into a glass. If you're enjoying this, hit the subscribe button down below and also give it a thumbs up if you would. Arvon, they make great beer. Most of the stuff I've had from them has been good. 4 to 4.5, maybe a couple 3.75s, but for the most part, you can't go wrong with an Arvon beer. Off-white colored head, a little orange coming through, pretty much all small bubbles. From that pour, a finger and a half of head. Color golden yellow in color, pretty clear. I would say filtered. There you go. Lots of bubbles coming up, but this glass is etched. I would say this is actually an IPA. A lot of these you see they call it American IPA, but then it's all hazy. So is it a hazy IPA? Is it a New England IPA? But for this, I would say IPA. West Coast, we'll find out. Let's go ahead and smell. I think that Mosaic berry mixes with that citrus from that Citra and that Chinook from the first smell. A little sweeter berry, but I think that's a combination of that citrus or Citra hops and that Mosaic. In a lot of my, if you want to call them New England IPAs from Treehouse that I've been brewing, the combination of those two, it's almost like a juicy citrus berry or a sweet citrus berry that you're getting, and you're getting the same thing from here. There's a touch of dankness, which I don't know where that's coming from. Usually, Chinook's going to have some spice to it. I am not getting that spice. Also, I'm guessing that Chinook isn't from Michigan. Michigan hops are usually a little spicier, especially Chinook. And at least out of the smell, I don't get it. Just like a sweeter, generic citrus berry is what I'm picking up. Let's go ahead and taste. There's definitely citrus, maybe a touch of berry, but it's almost like maybe that Chinook and Citra hops are bringing a lot of that juicy citrus with a grapefruit rind on the back. As far as West Coast, usually you want piney, bitter in a West Coast IPA. I'm really not getting that bitterness. There's a little rind bitterness, but definitely no pine in there. Very smooth, easy drinking beer. It almost tastes like it's undercarbed because it's so slick, but I think it's fine. I am getting some bitterness. I wouldn't call that pine. It's definitely like a grapefruit rind bitterness in the back into the aftertaste. It's almost like grapefruit. Maybe a berried grapefruit. Let's pour some more in here. Yeah, still not cloudy. Yeah, I'm not picking up that pine. I would almost say this is an East Coast IPA. More on that citrus or fruitier side. But I think I can't call that pine. I would say bitter, grapefruit bitterness in the back. That's the only thing that like really stands out to say West Coast IPA. Yeah, I wouldn't go with pine on this one. I'll go perceived bitterness 60, maybe, in there. But definitely overall, it's a good beer. I'd go 4 out of 5. Nothing to blow your socks off, but yeah, solid 4 out of 5. Let's check Untapped. See what they're saying. 2 of my friends have checked it in, average 4.25. 241 people checked it in, average 4.03. Crushable, yeah. Piney, clean, resiny, resinous, hoppy, light. Let's see if anybody... They're hazy... That's it. I'll check everybody real quick. I don't think it's pine. Doesn't come off as like that West Coast IPA pine. I mean, which I'm not saying is a good thing or a bad thing. Hazy tasting but not looking. Yeah, I would say that it's more as you see some of these New England IPAs, hazy IPAs, where they're either more fruit forward or citrus forward. That's kind of what this is. But at least when my brain goes to West Coast IPA, citrus pine bitterness is what I'm looking for or what I'm thinking about. Now, is that 100% right? That's gonna be your call. But yeah, like I said, drinks more like an East Coast IPA than a West Coast IPA. But yeah, still good. So if you enjoyed this review, check out some more over here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. And until next time, cheers.